there folks, my name's Steven and today we're going to take a look at the Weatherby Vanguard Camilla Wilderness bolt action rifle as well as the Maven RS 1.2 scope. Both companies are out of Wyoming where I'm located, so I'm excited to share them with you today. First, let's take a look at the rifle and then we're going to test it out at the range, show you accuracy results, as well as have some fun shooting steel at distance. 100-yard grouping here. Lots of wind today, lots of wind. Scope looks excellent though. Third target from the right, center red circle. Whew. Huge grouping there. Really disappointed in that. This ammunition might be factory seconds here. Let's try that one more time. The barrel is hot. Okay, upper right circle, third target from the right. About 1.5 inch group, and that was good shooting on my part, I felt like. It features about a 1 inch thick rubber recoil pads, quite stiff. Monte Carlo style stock here, and the stock is made of fiberglass, so really nice fiberglass resin stock on this particular version. Not all Weatherby Vanguards come with that. Say the synthetic comes with a synthetic stock, that's the Vanguard S2, and some other versions come with wood stocks. Features a little bit of a comb raise here and a flare out. Does have a shorter length of pull on this rifle because this is the Camilla, which is designed specifically for women by Adam Weatherby's wife. Nice slim grip right here, and then it has a real metal bottom metal with a floor plate design. You push in on that tab, opens up. Depending on the caliber, it's a 3+1 or 4+1 capacity. Features a 2-stage trigger with a curved trigger blade. In my opinion, it's not really user adjustable. You can adjust it. There's some epoxy over a set screw, but I do not recommend it. Features a 90-degree bolt throw, has a one-piece machined bolt body with pressure port relief holes in it, has 2 locking lugs, a plunger ejector, and a claw style extractor on it. The bolt handle on it is pretty much traditional, has a little bit of knurling on it so you can grip it, has toolless firing pin removal, and it is straight fluted. Now, it does run a little bit smoother than say a regular Howa, because one thing to note is the Weatherby Vanguard rifles are Howa triggers, Howa actions, and Howa receivers, and Howa barrels. At least most of the models are. So it's essentially a Howa, or in Japan they pronounce it Hoa, but the differences here are I add some knurling to the bolt handle sometimes. They have a straight fluted and polished bolt body, so they run just a little bit smoother out of the box than a Howa typically. And sometimes they, in my opinion, do a little bit of extra QC on the trigger or adjustment to make it just a little bit lighter. We're going to go ahead and test this 2-stage trigger with this Wheeler trigger gauge right here. Actually quite heavy, coming in at 3.75 pounds right there. Kind of fluctuates between 3.5 and 3.75. It does have a little bit of creep, not too bad though. Very slight, almost unnoticeable, and then a little bit more noticeable over travel. Really nice scope going on here. Let's try this. One cool trick with a mil scope and 6.5 Creedmoor, it works with other cartridges as well a little bit, is basically if you're 0 to 100, you don't do any elevation adjustment or hold over for 2. And then when you get to 3, you deduct 2, the number 2. So if you're at 300 yards, you dial 1 mil. If you're at 400 yards, you dial 2 mils. Kind of a nice little cheat and so on and so forth here. Let's go ahead and shoot. Features a receiver that's made out of one-piece metal here, and it has a integral recoil lug, which is great to see. So it's not a separate piece sandwiched between the barrel and the receiver like, say, a Remington 700. And that front action screw actually goes up into that front recoil lug. So really solid receiver on this. Very strong. Features a 3-position safety as well. All the way to the rear, locks the bolt and keeps it from firing. One forward, you can manipulate or remove the bolt, but you can't fire. All the way forward, you can fire. Bolt releases on the left side. The rifle is available in .243 Winchester, .308 Winchester, 6.5 Creedmoor, and 7mm .08 Remington. It is 39.5 inches in overall length, features a 20-inch barrel in all calibers, and has a length of pull of 13 inches. The barrel on this is fully free-floated, which helps increase accuracy as there's no pressure points. What's interesting is that Weatherby says, oh no, the Vanguard synthetic and some of these other models, that little pressure point, that helps it shoot more accurately because it's got a thin profile barrel and blah, blah, blah. I don't believe that. On the more expensive versions from, or models or variants from their own company and from Howa directly through Legacy Sports in the United States, they are free-floated. And the free-floated models shoot, in my opinion, as accurate, more accurate than the models that have a contact point at the end of the barrel channel, like some of their synthetic versions do. So I think that's ridiculous. It has a sling swivel stud in the front and the rear, just a metal traditional one. Grip on this feels great in the hand for a size medium or size small hand. Not overly beefy or overly thin. A nice light sporter contour barrel. I believe it is a 20-inch barrel on all the models, and it has, I believe, a blued receiver and barrel. Okay, so let's take it to the range and see how it performs. All right, here we go. It's 400 yards, so that means we're gonna dial 3 MOA, or 3 mil. All right, one more 400 yards using the Maven here. Nice shooter. All right, now that we're back from the range, I gotta say it extracted great, it fed great, it felt great, and it shot great. I used factory Hornady ammunition. It is capable of sub MOA accuracy, or 3 shots within 1 inch at 100 yards. And took it out to, you know, several hundred yards. Fantastic, absolutely love it. I do have a little added on one Tigris cheek pad, and I love these pouches because they can hold rounds right into them like that in case you need extra. And it has Velcro right here in case you want to put a patch on there or a dope card. A little bit of padding here. I just love these cheek pouches from one Tigris, by the way. Put them on almost all of my hunting rifles. Whether you need tablets to clean your washing machine or active wear laundry detergent that helps remove stink and clean your clothes better than normal detergent, Active is the brand I turn to clean all my athletic wear and hunting clothing. And then I have a Maven RS 1.2 2.5 to 15 by 44 first focal plane rifle scope on here. And these are made in Japan, but the company is out of Lander, Wyoming. So really cool to see this scope here as I'm based in Wyoming. Has a really nice, fluid, easy to turn, fast focus eyepiece with rubber here to protect your eye. Nice knurled aluminum ring here with a little bit of like a raised shark fin for your variable magnification, 2.5 to 15 power, which means it can magnify your vision up to 15 times your normal sight. Features a 30mm main tube, aircraft grade aluminum, hard anodized finish. It's waterproof and fog proof. Has an open tactical turret on the top here, and it has toolless zero reset. So it's kind of hard to see, but there's actually a cap here that you just unthread your fingers that fits on top of the turret. Has numeric values every mil or MOA depending on which variant you get it in, and it's 1/10 mil per click on the mil version, 1/4 MOA on the MOA version, and it has 10 mils of adjustment per revolution on the tactical open turret there. On the windage turret, it's capped. It has a right and left designation. Once again, 1/10 mil per click. On the left side, it has a really nice adjustable parallax knob with numeric values and on-off illumination. The scope comes in at a weight of 26.4 ounces, so plenty light enough for our Western hunters out there, and has a max elevation range of 100 minutes or 100 MOA, which means you could take this scope out to well beyond 1,000 yards dialing it if you desired. It has an 86mm eye relief. It has an overall length of only 357 millimeters. All right, now taking a look through the scope to look at the reticle, you have 1 mil, 2 mil, 3 mil, 4 mil, 5 mil, and then 10 mil designation for your windage. And then every in between your numeric values and larger hash marks or subtensions, you have 0.5 mil lines. both for windage and elevation. It's an interesting reticle, fantastic Japanese glass, very little edge distortion, very little chromatic aberration, really excellent top tier glass in my opinion for its class. And you do basically have a fire dot, illuminated dot in the center of your crosshair there. So kind of similar to a fire dot and say a Leupold, but it's not. So you got a nice illuminated dot there as your aiming point, and it just has a little bit of bleed out on the highest illumination settings, but not too bad at all. It is first focal plane, meaning as you magnify in, the reticle increases with your sight plane or what you're aiming at, the image, which I prefer quite personally for long range shooting and for hunting. Just an excellent Western hunting scope from Maven. All right, I hope you enjoyed this review of the Weatherby Vanguard Camilla, Wilderness, and the Maven RS 1.2 rifle scope. Thanks for watching Bullets for Bucks. Check out this next video and subscribe.